Hey guys, we are playing another TGCTours Dream Team course. Today we're still with Team Blue. Team Red needs to get their skates on and get some courses out because I've been playing a lot of blue lately. Anyways, jcollick's course, Silent Dunes. Just played a jcollick course 2 weeks ago. It was on tour. What was that one called? It was on Kinetic. It was a good, solid kind of Parkland kind of course, as I recall. And I played it well, so I know it was good. Okay. Victor's gonna have an issue here. We've got a parking lot with no cars. Alright. Well. Clubhouse is nice. I'm gonna try to learn from Ben a little bit here and not just hammer on the keys. Or on the inputs. Try not to have people puking everywhere. Guess so. Or you gotta ride. Maybe. Course isn't open yet. Okay. So I'm getting a sneak peek to it, am I? Okay. Any Easter eggs I need to look for? Oh, what's this over here? Oh, that's an Easter egg, alright. Alright, what do we got? A high Q by jcollick. Red team thinks that you're good, even though they really aren't. Blue team for the win. Red team thinks they're good. Okay. But even blue team. Oh, it is a high Q. Nice. I wonder if that should be the thumbnail. That's funny. Yeah, was Heisenberg's the one with the? Was that the one with the crash? The car crash? I'm losing track of all your guys. Easter eggs. Okay. So fairly benign opener here, it looks like. Alright, well, let's blast. I like the planting here. I think that looks really nice. Don't tell me where this is supposed to be. I'm gonna try and figure it out. Oh, that was his. Okay, yeah. Whose was the car crash one? Because one was a car crash and the other was a plane crash. Again, thought those were both funny. So it's got a bit of like sand hills kind of, but it's got some ruggedness to it as well. I'll have to figure this out. Oh, that was Alan, right? That was Alan. Yeah, there's a pretty funny Easter egg on Alan's course. Ben, it's just up the road from the clubhouse, if I remember right. Okay. Pretty uneventful opener, shall we say? It's a drive to a generous fairway that's gonna then leave you like a flippy wedge in. I think this is kind of cool. I like the planting you've done. What's the green? 175. Okay. The green is maybe on the big side for this length of a hole, but it's okay. Yeah, all right. Oh, you crummy putter. Jeez. Pat was the plane crash. Okay. I'm losing track. There's too many courses, man. Okay. Yeah, I like the view from the tee. I like the environment you've created. Like I said, I like this planting. I think you've got. I mean, there's a lot of trees out here, but you've given us enough room that you've left them far enough back that we're not feeling claustrophobic at all. Nice little touch here with the way that this is sloped down on the tee, just with the lights behind us. I think it just really shows that off. Really cool. So I think you've done a great job with all of that, and then the way that and even like this kind of looks waist bunkery, but it's just how it's being rendered, I guess. Or no, it's what's underneath it. Okay, it's what's underneath it. That's why it is like that. Now, my question is, is there really a reason to take it? All right, if I go here, what am I left with? Is there a reason to blast it over all that stuff when I can leave myself a fairly short shot from here? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna punt this one down here. Talked about front ridges. Struggling with plant meter. Okay. Okay. I mean, that happens, right? So I see what you're doing here. Like, if you take it over the corner of all this, then you're just going to be going straight up the green here, and you've got nothing in your way, right? By laying it up, you got to go over this and over this stuff too. To this pin over here, it's fine. It's a little challenging here. This maybe is more of a teaser to try to tempt you into something you really shouldn't do. Hey there, South 9. Zach, how's it going, guys? So we've hit a sand wedge and a lob wedge, I think, into the first two holes, or has it been two lob wedges? Either one. Okay. It's hard to really talk too much about around the green or whatever when you're just throwing darts in there, right? So, hopefully things lengthen up a little bit and we'll have some shots where we do need to use the ground and worry about it. This looks cool. I like the bunkers back there. There's something about how they're sitting though. I don't know what it is. They're not, I think they just don't quite look quite right. I love the idea of it. Oh, it's kind of neat how you've done the water plane there too. Just it goes right up to the... So you just haven't planted it at all. And this might be where you were saying the plant meter was an issue, but I don't mind it actually. Yeah, it's kind of a cool look like that. All right. Ah, it's left. Easy. All right. It's a bugger of a pin placement. Really? Well, I'm different. Because usually it would be planted, right? So I don't mind it though. I really don't. Yeah, that's just a bugger of a pin, especially with the wind I had. I mean, the thing is that water really that much in play? I don't know. Maybe for a left pin. So then maybe that's partly too where I'm not so worried about it. Okay, centerline hazard. Now, I will say this, Justin, it might end up getting a bit repetitive. I might get sick of it here in a minute. That one, the first hole, I didn't mind it at all. I might grow tired of it though. All right, what am I gaining by going right? Is it a length thing? I feel like going left is a better angle because you're coming more up the angle of the green. So I feel like going right is like, I don't know if that's meant to even be split. It's dangerous going over here. You got an opportunity to block yourself completely. I don't know why. I don't think I'm going over there. Yeah, I'm bringing the water into play over here, but I've got tons of room, so it shouldn't be a problem. Right's the bail? Oh, wow. See, I look at that and think the left is the way easier shot, even though there's water there. We see things differently, right? I'll never forget the one course of Heisenberg's I played where I was like, I don't see why you would ever go left here. And then he messaged me and said I would go left every time. I was like, okay. I mean, this gets a good hole then if we both look at it and can find different ways around it. He was like, I would go because of this. And I was like, yeah, I saw that, but I would actually rather have this. He's like, okay, perfect. Yeah, to the right's a poor angle. The green's running away from you. I don't know. Yeah, and that's just I mean, that's how you look at and so one of the things and this is Tyson where I get a little bit frustrated when people like say that somebody played a hole wrong. I don't think there's any such thing. I stand on a tee, I see the hole in front of me, and then I make a decision that here's how I want to attack it for the reasons that I have, whether it's the type of the way I hit the ball, whether it's the kind of shot I want to have in, whether it's I'm afraid of out of bounds, as you guys know. I see that course a certain way, so I'm going to play it that way, and it could be entirely the opposite of what the designer saw when they created it. Doesn't make any one of us wrong. It just means that I have my reasons why I would play it that way. So, you know, that last hole I would never go right. I wouldn't. Yeah, and you see, and here's the thing. I'm gonna say this, Justin. With a driver, I tend to hit a bit of a fade, so I would be happy. I would be absolutely thrilled to just kind of aim it just inside the water and let it bleed away and never go in the water. And I would feel like I have the entirety of humankind over there to hit it to. So, um, it just we again seeing things differently. Like here, this is not reachable, so I'm not gonna into the wind. It's not anyways. Downwind, you might be able to. Into the wind, I don't think so. So I'm just gonna hit it over here again, where there's more room. Now in real life, yeah, you might not do this because you got to carry it farther over the water. We don't have to worry about contact in this game or strike, right? Ah, see, there you go. There you go. Well, and that's the subjective nature too, right, Victor? I don't, and that's where I don't take myself particularly seriously. It's my opinion. I really genuinely believe you should take what makes sense to you that I've said and use it, and what doesn't, you should just ignore it. Um, because I'm one person. I'm not that important. Justin, I would love this second shot to have just a hair more interest. Instead of it just being hammer it down here. Now I might eat my words here with the third shot, but I mean, I could have hit driver probably too if I'd felt like it. I do like this green though. So it's almost like the second shot got kind of ignored. The drive definitely had some thinking there. The green you've definitely done a lot with. The second shot, maybe could have used a little bit more. Whoa. I like that you've got a three shot par five where the green's got that kind of interest in or that kind of movement in it too, so that it's I mean it looks like it's a simple drive, whatever, and then knock it on and knock it in, but that green had some putt that putt was difficult. Well, this is an interesting look. So it's sort of kind of a bit blind, but not really. Oh, I like this. I like how this sits in this kind of dunesy area. And I like that you've let this grow a bit. Yeah, I like this a lot. Oh, you mean no break? Break? Ah. I wonder, Victor, if we all said in my opinion, would that change things differently? Would that change things when we're giving feedback? If we were to say or I think or in my opinion, as opposed to it being an absolute statement or coming across as an absolute statement. Curious. Like if I were to say 100-yard par, like 100-yard hole is not a par 5, yeah, that's probably factual. I think there's maybe times where an opinion is expressed as a fact, which that might not come across well. So I don't know. Yeah. While I was talking about that, I'm looking at this and thinking, okay, let's unpack this for a sec. It's the tee shot going at the green is blind, which I think is cool. I like how you have. I mean, the water's left. The water can be left or right. That I'm not worried about. I'm not gonna say that. I like how you have water left. No, I like how one side has trouble, and the bail isn't easy, right? In the sense that if you can't just dump it here and think, okay, well that's an easy up and down, because now you got to deal with the whole entire green going this way. Yeah, that's a good point Ben makes there. Ameobi's learning French. I know exactly where you're coming from on that. Yeah, I like how you've constructed this hole. I like how you've constructed this hole. No, I thought Ben was a math teacher. I might be wrong. And then my layup, I can see I'm not laying up though. Even though it's into the wind, hell that I'm going. And is this tree kind of my, I don't know. So do I have a visual kind of cue for the middle of the green? It's the only thing I would want. The only thing I would add here, Justin, is something that gives me an idea where the middle of the green is. He probably could. And the tree was more to the right, though, I think, Zach. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's I'm glad I didn't get it downwind because I'd be swimming right now. I think this is a really well designed drivable floor, Justin. It's gonna take a hell of a shot to get anywhere near this pin with a driver. It's fairly easily accessible with a wedge. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. We'll chip this. It's uphill, okay. Now, it's unfortunate that, again, the short game is so easy because that should have been a tricky chip up that hill. Hey, Matt, go Team Blue. Yeah, and I like that. And what I like about that, Justin, is that it's so tempting. And you think, I mean, you're going to try to go for it every time. And I even saw where Ben was talking about one of the drivable fours. I think it was on Dylan's course. People are always going to go for the green, right? So I like that you've put it out there where it looks like it's an easy shot. It isn't. Okay, we're blind again. It works. Oh, hell. Don't get me starting to speak French, guys. partly because I don't know enough of it. Again, I don't think I have I don't have the best wind for this shot, do I? It's hard to see the shadows in my crappy old eyes, but am I seeing it right that if I land it here, it could funnel in here? Or am I seeing what I want to see? Because that's what I want to have happen. All right, Zach, have a good one, man. Well, I guess there's a way to find out. Let's just take a driver at it. No, it's more uphill. Okay. Yeah, so you leave so going this way, you leave yourself a fairly easy chip as opposed to down here, which is safer, more difficult pitch. Okay. And I'm guessing if the wind was more favorable, then getting here in 2 is an option. Although I just chip in anyways. Yeah, okay. I'm better at chipping than putting, Victor. It's scary. It's scary how often I chip in. I'm better off with a 15-yard chip than I'm a 7-foot putt half the time. You know what? I'm agreeing with you, Charlie. The first 2 holes, I was kind of like, I don't know. It's really growing on me now. And I think it's starting to... It came alive around the... It really came around that par 3 where that was semi-blind. Maybe the hole before that too. But it really started to come alive, and now it's just off and running. So again, you want to be... yeah, you probably want to be more left here. And that's where... I mean, it's a longer carry there. I like that. This is a really cool environment. I still can't I can't figure out where it's meant to be. That's fine. I don't care now. It just looks great. Like, this planting is wonderful. The only complaint I have really is, and it might be a wind dependent thing you were mentioning, Justin, but there's been so many shots that have just been kind of throwing darts that then the green slopes and things, they're just not getting, they're not really coming into play because I'm hitting such short shots in. Which is it's unfortunate that we can't take advantage of those slopes a bit more. Okay. Oh, interesting here. All right, hang on. What do we do? That dog leg's pretty acute. I'm going over the corner of it. Because why not? Uh-oh. Oh, no problem. Little flippy pitch in here. Yeah, it's just getting a little bit... Maybe either I'm playing really well or... I don't know. Okay, I see what we're doing here. Left gives you the angle where you don't have to worry about the bunker. Right is your bail. I'm going to go right because I don't feel like going left gives me enough of an advantage for my second shot to warrant risking water. Although, hang on. Going right's going to kick me down into the rough, isn't it? Huh. Okay. Then I changed my mind. No! Ugh. Up you go. So yeah, it's an interesting way you've done that centerline hazard there, where you've the right, like going right looks like it's the safe play, but you're gonna get kicked down into the rough. Going left is maybe, although I put it through the rough, but So basically I got the easy win is what we're saying, Justin. Okay. I get just this planting is just this planting here is adding so much to the course for me. It's really making this look very, very dunesy and just, yeah. And dunesy, and I like dunesy. I like it when courses are kind of set within dunes and that. I like that look. It's really doing that for me. Oh, I do? Okay. Well, I didn't see that right then. Not the first time that's happened. Would this kind of be more of like a CC level course, do you think? Is that kind of... Ow. That's okay. Better off chipping. Better off leaving it in the fringe and chipping than I am hitting it long and having to putt. That's not right. And yes, it is sunny outside, guys. Holy smokes. Okay. Ooh. What's this unpleasantry to my right? Oh, I like that. All right. I'm personal preference. I don't like it when I hit it. I can hit it into a fairway and be blocked out. So unless I'm not seeing this right. No, that is fairway over here. Okay. Just make sure that's not OB either. I know. It's the lighting is out. I gotta go deal with that in a minute. Because it's gonna get to a point here where it's gonna be in my eye, that sun. Okay. I think this green works for this hole. You shouldn't be having too much in. It's a shallow, relatively wide green. I think the other thing too, Justin, is I've got it in fairly... Oh man, that didn't even get close. I've got it in like almost no wind too. Which is probably helping me. It's a personal preference. It's a bit of a meme around here too. Put trees in my way and I'll get upset. Not like genuinely upset, but... Oh. Crushed that. Right through the break. Alright. Don't mind if it... Yeah. I can handle that. Okay. So we've got ourselves a lengthy hole. You've given us a ton of room to hit a tee shot into. again, just that planting you put, particularly between the tee shot and the landing area, it just looks wonderful. Yeah, I think that this course would really benefit from some higher winds. It needs a bit. It needs a few teeth, I think, and the wind would give it that. Oh, what am I? What's going on here? Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the ridge. That's about right. Yeah, it's, you know, it's the same. In a good way, it's the same thing over and over again. It's just really awesome view from the tee, followed by, you know, really awesome approach shot, followed by great green complex. There's not much more to say here. It's just, it's an easy course, but other than that, and again here, you've thought, like, if I go way right, I'm coming this way and I've got to deal with this hill. Which I'm gonna do because I'm scared of the water, but... So you've taken a short par 4 that's not drivable and you've added some interest to it. Because I have to decide, do I want to challenge the water for an angle, or am I okay with dealing with this? Now, the fact that I'm going to be hitting some kind of pitch in that's going to stop makes that a little bit less scary, but... That should stop. Yeah. I wouldn't mind if it was a couple 100 yards longer, as the course as a whole. Just to have a little bit more, have like longer shots into holes a little more often, so the ground could be used a bit more. Because I just feel like I'm throwing darts a lot here. All right, I got to deal with this, son. All right, I'm not going to bother editing that out either, because that would take work. But I mean, I think that's about the only thing I would say about it, Justin, to be honest. I think it's a really, really cool environment. Really, just everything works together so well. It's lacking a bit of challenge is all. But I don't know. Get somebody who's maybe a CCFG player. Or let's get the wind up a bit. And I think that would, the wind would probably change it. Get some wind and this probably turns into a much sterner test. Come on. Oh. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Yeah. It's just so good. Again, you've put it in the dunes. Yeah, it's fantastic. You've nailed the aesthetics of this completely. All right, so I gotta go left for an angle. It is a fun word. Okay, so now we got some length in this hole. So this green is basically front to back the whole way. The land is moving down towards the water. Am I seeing that right? But I'm uphill. It's uphill from where I am. I'm never a huge fan of a front to back green, just personal. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that played fine. That played fine. What I appreciate there is that it's more orangey than it is red. So it doesn't just, you'll see sometimes people will make like a front to back green with these ridges, and the ridges will be like this beet red and the ball just flies through. That one, no. You just need to play it the right way. Stay up. Oh, you bugger. I pulled it though. Okay. That's great, man. And I'll say this. I think the worst holes on the course are probably the first two. After that, it just keeps getting better. It was somewhere around here where I just went, oh boy, here we go. And the course took off from there. Kind of a weak opening, but then after that, we're just flying. That's really, really cool. It's 7,100 yards, so it's not short. It's just not long. And it could just be that the way the wind was, or just the way the holes have been comprised, I just end up hitting a lot of like wedges. You maybe could have done with a long par 3. Your longest is like 188. So we're going 142 up to 188. Maybe a longer par 3 would have been something we could have added. Just the 3 par 5s, eh? It's par 71. Okay. And I guess the only other thing is there were a lot of kind of 400 to 420 yard par 4s that kind of played similarly. So those would be maybe the things I would change. Maybe add a little bit of riding. Maybe make a couple of longer par 4s, which is where you'd get your couple hundred yards from. Maybe lengthen one of these par 3s a little bit. But I mean, we're kind of, and is this like a junior tee, the front tee? Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta remember. I'm just looking at the scorecard, right? And so yeah, they definitely play different when you're playing. I wouldn't call it a criticism necessarily. It's just a thought. It's maybe something I would think about next time. That's all. I didn't notice that. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I thought that was really good. That was a really good course. You just nailed that environment so well. And you called it Silent Dunes, and there's dunes everywhere. Makes sense. Great job, man. If you're still watching on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to hit the like button so that more people can see the great courses these guys are creating. I will be back with another playthrough shortly, but for now, I'm going to say cheers. See you later.